So this is week 4 and the last week of the stress management program. It's been wonderful to have you, and I'm hoping that you've gotten quite a bit out of this. And this week, we'll be looking at what is imagery, how can imagery help, what I have learned, and what's next. And the assignments that we'll be reviewing at the end will be a development of a personalized treatment plan for stress management, a water imagery exercise or experience, a color imagery experience, our wrap-up, and resources and references for you. So as always, I'm going to invite you to notice how you're sitting, and if you might arrange yourself in an even more comfortable position, well supported, so that you can see the screen and still be comfortable. And as always, you don't really need to see the screen. It's there for you. But if you just want to listen, that's fine also. So let's start with learning about imagery. What is imagery? Well, imagery is a very gentle and very powerful mind-body approach. It allows us to use our own imagination to make changes and promote physical and mental well-being. Now, you don't have to be able to see it in your imagination in order for it to be effective. You can use it just as well by thinking of it. So as you're learning about imagery, if you're thinking, I can never see things, when I close my eyes, I can never imagine things, that's okay. It will be effective for you also. Imagery is another way of having relaxation. It's relaxation and focused attention. And you can do your own imagery that you make up that works well for you, or it can be guided by someone else. And there's no end to the different images, the different ideas that can be used with imagery. Now, the term guided imagery refers to a whole variety of techniques, and it can be a simple visualization, a simple thought of imagine a sunset, imagine a flower, and allowing that to be a healing and a relaxation. Guided imagery can also be done with drawing, so that you're drawing out whatever it is that is being suggested. And it can also be an active imagination that is always led by someone who is trained in this, or you can of course do it on your own, but if it's being led, it's referred to as guided imagery. Active imagination is utilized actually a lot with people with MS, and has also been researched with people that have been healing from sports imagery. Excuse me, let me say that again. And it has been used and well researched with people that are healing from a sports injury on teams. They've actually found that as people were healing from, example, a knee surgery, if they've hurt themselves playing a sport, that if they imagined themselves doing the exercise that they needed to be doing before they were able to actually do that level of exercise, they discovered that the muscles stayed more intact. And so when they were ready to be actually begin the exercise again, they had lost less of the muscle mass, the mind-body connection, and that is active imagination, actively doing something, imagining yourself doing something. Imagery was once considered an alternative or a complementary approach, but now imagery is finding widespread scientific and public acceptance and is being used, as I said, by some sports teams and sports medicine, as well as in many other areas. Imagery is sometimes referred to as self-hypnosis because it is a way of putting yourself in a calm, slightly altered state. If you're sitting in your room and you're imagining that you are, at a beach or at a forest or something like that, or the waves are coming in and out, it is a way of putting yourself in a slight trance because a part of your mind is at the beach or at the lake's edge or in front of a mountain, while another part of you is aware that you are still in your room. So how can imagery help you? Well, the use of imagery has been shown to be helpful with a wide range of psychological and medical difficulties. Its use for relaxation in the general population is widely known. You can go online and listen to guided imagery for free. You can look at flowers opening and hear music behind it and have people suggest that you begin to feel more open as you're watching a flower opening, for example. Imagery is another way, like mindful meditation, that allows you and helps you to slow your overactive mind and to untense the body a bit. Also, like the breathing and relaxation that you did in the last section. It's safe and comfortable, and it becomes possible using imagery to create significant changes. People also use imagery in the Olympics, for instance, to imagine them achieving that goal. People use imagery before they're going to go on a job interview or before they give a speech, so they can go through it in their minds and imagine themselves doing well, so their mind has that memory. It can be used to promote relaxation, alleviate anxiety and depression, relieve physical and psychological symptoms, overcome health endangering habits such as smoking, mitigate pain, and it has been used to help patients prepare for surgery or tolerate medical procedures more comfortably. There's been quite a bit of research on the use of imagery and on self-hypnosis and guided imagery to prepare people for surgery, and it has been quite effective. So let's review for a little bit what you've learned in this 4-week program. I hope that you've learned that stress can't be avoided, so managing it is one way to live better with MS. That better management of the stressors in your life can lead to improved pain management and mitigation. How coping with stress can make it easier for you to live well with MS. how thoughts can increase or decrease your ability to handle stress, healthy ways to cope with stress, how to identify stressful thoughts and situations, some ways to calm stress reaction in your mind and body. You've learned about the mind-body relationship and also about how mind-body interventions can be used, what they are and how you can use them.